Welcome to Architecture Bliss channel. Have you ever stepped outside your home, looked around your yard, and thought to yourself, something's missing here? Maybe it's a sense of warmth, a spark of life, or that magnetic charm you can't quite describe. Most people assume that the soul of rustic living begins and ends in the kitchen, the heart of the home, filled with vintage copper pans, distressed cabinets, and farmhouse sinks. But what if the true rustic charm doesn't live behind the stove at all? What if it's quietly waiting for you just beyond your back door? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden gems of rustic design that exist beyond kitchens. The secret corners, textures, and moods that transform your entire outdoor living space into a cozy, soulful retreat. If you've been longing to bring authenticity, warmth, and timeless design into your surroundings, stay with us till the end, because what you're about to see might just change the way you see your home forever. So before you start planning your next kitchen upgrade, ask yourself, could your outdoor space be holding the secret to your home's true rustic soul? In this journey, we'll reveal how pathways, pergolas, firelight, water, and even forgotten corners can become vessels of beauty. We'll uncover how to layer textures, blend old with new, and create outdoor sanctuaries that feel personal, timeless, and undeniably warm. Stay with us, and if what you see inspires you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves design, and tell us in the comments which rustic idea speaks to your soul. Rustic design is not just a style, it's an experience. It's about the way sunlight filters through reclaimed wood beams, how stone pathways crunch softly underfoot, and how aged terracotta pots gather stories with every season. In today's design landscape, rustic outdoor living has become one of the most sought-after trends. A return to organic textures, natural materials, and cozy, lived-in comfort. Social feeds are brimming with modern farmhouse patios, Mediterranean-inspired courtyards, and boho rustic backyards that combine old-world character with contemporary flair. Yet, so many homeowners limit rustic charm to their kitchen interiors. It's time to shift that perspective, to take the beauty and warmth of rustic design outdoors and discover its untapped potential. Imagine this: an evening breeze, the scent of herbs growing by your pathway, the soft crackle of a small fire pit surrounded by aged stone, and the golden glow of lantern light reflecting off weathered wood. This isn't a dream, it's the new wave of rustic outdoor architecture, one that blends the heart of nature with timeless craftsmanship. The beauty of rustic design lies not in perfection, but in imperfection. The uneven texture of handmade tiles, the irregular grain of reclaimed oak, the patina of metal that has known many seasons. These elements tell a story, one that begins not in the kitchen, but under the open sky. Let's begin with pathways and circulation, the veins of your outdoor design. A rustic backyard is not about symmetry or strict geometry, it's about organic flow. Think of pathways made from flagstone, reclaimed brick, or gravel, bordered by lavender, rosemary, and thyme. These herbs not only provide fragrance but introduce texture and life into your design. Use warm-toned stones like sandstone or limestone for a cozy, grounded feel. And let moss or creeping thyme fill the gaps. Trending across outdoor design circles are irregular garden paths that feel discovered rather than designed. This simple shift from straight lines to natural curves immediately brings warmth and timeless charm. Walls and fences are often overlooked, yet they hold tremendous potential to express rustic personality. Replace sterile concrete walls with lime-washed plaster, aged timber panels, or stone cladding that celebrates raw texture. Mount vintage lanterns, antique mirrors, or iron trellises to add depth. Climbing vines like jasmine or ivy can soften structure and breathe life into rigid boundaries. The current design movement toward living walls, or vertical gardens, marries perfectly with rustic aesthetics. Think terracotta pots, hanging baskets, and reclaimed wooden planters layered against stone. Now let's talk about water. Not the grand fountains of classical gardens, but humble, subtle elements that embody serenity. A rustic water feature could be a reused metal trough with a small recirculating pump, a weathered stone basin, or even a simple clay bowl fountain tucked among ferns. The sound of trickling water adds tranquility, while the aged surfaces tell their own story. Pair these with natural lighting, a few soft uplights or lanterns nearby, and the effect becomes quietly mesmerizing. On social media, small space water feature DIYs are trending, especially those made from repurposed or sustainable materials, fitting perfectly into the rustic narrative. Nothing speaks of warmth like fire. A fire pit or rustic outdoor fireplace instantly becomes the heart of the space. Choose natural materials, stacked stone, weathered brick, or Corten steel for that aged patina look. Surround the fire area with wooden benches, woven throws, and vintage metal stools to invite gathering and conversation. Trending now are sunken fire lounges, circular, recessed seating areas surrounded by stone, with flickering flames at the center. The combination of natural materials and warm light creates that quintessential rustic coziness that makes people linger long after the fire fades. Seating nooks are your chance to create intimacy. Don't settle for generic patio furniture. Instead, craft character through built-in stone benches, reclaimed wood swings, or iron-framed sofas with weatherproof linen cushions. Hang woven lanterns above or drape fairy lights across beams to add warmth. Even a small pergola can become a rustic sanctuary, built with rough timber beams, wrapped in vines, and furnished with aged rattan chairs. This idea of outdoor living rooms is rapidly gaining traction among design lovers who crave comfort without losing authenticity. Let's step deeper into texture and tone. Rustic design thrives on imperfection. Combine raw wood, matte metal, linen, rattan, and stone for layers of texture. In trending outdoor decor, tactile design has become a key phrase, spaces that invite touch as much as sight. Introduce woven rugs, macrame wall hangings, or vintage pottery for handcrafted appeal. Earthy colors like terracotta, clay, beige, olive, and taupe dominate the palette, with touches of muted blues or deep greens inspired by nature. The contrast between rough textures and soft textiles gives rustic design its soulful, lived-in appeal. Lighting transforms everything. Rustic outdoor lighting isn't about intensity, it's about storytelling. Picture string lights strung across wooden beams, solar lanterns flickering among plants, and iron sconces mounted on stone. Modern homeowners are embracing layered lighting, using warm-tone bulbs to sculpt ambience and depth. Edison-style bulbs are trending again, but this time mixed with solar-powered vintage lanterns for sustainability. Light reveals the texture of aged wood and rough stone, two of the most powerful rustic materials in design vocabulary today. Reclaimed materials are the lifeblood of rustic charm. Use salvaged timber, old barn doors, vintage ladders, and repurpose barrels as creative accents. Turn an old shutter into a table, or transform antique crates into planters. Sustainable design is not just eco-friendly, it's emotionally rich. Each material carries history, and when placed outdoors, those histories merge with nature's own aging process. This aligns perfectly with the growing global trend of eco-rustic design, where sustainability meets nostalgia. Plants, of course, play a starring role. The rustic garden aesthetic favors wild, unmanicured plantings. Use ornamental grasses, wildflowers, and native shrubs that thrive naturally. Let vines climb freely and flowers spill over stone edges. Rustic design celebrates the imperfect. Let your garden grow with personality. Combine lavender, sage, and rosemary with ferns and hostas to achieve a sensory experience that's both visual and aromatic. Gardeners worldwide are embracing intentional wilderness, a design principle that blurs the line between structure and spontaneity. A hidden gem in rustic outdoor design is the threshold, the transition between indoor and outdoor. Instead of abrupt shifts, create fluidity. Use French doors, arched entryways, or stone steps that guide the eye naturally. Place woven mats, terracotta pots, or hanging lanterns near the transition to frame it beautifully. This approach resonates with the indoor-outdoor living trend, where homes extend seamlessly into their gardens and patios. The rustic twist adds emotional depth. It feels like crossing into another world. The pergola remains a staple of rustic outdoor design, yet its evolution in recent years is worth noting. Today's designers use salvaged beams, hand-forged metal joints, and woven rattan roofs to merge rustic authenticity with modern function. Add bougainvillea or wisteria climbing overhead to create shade and fragrance. Beneath it, arrange textured outdoor furniture, linen upholstery, clay pots, and low wooden tables. The interplay of light, shadow, and scent creates a sensory masterpiece that defines the rustic outdoor experience. Don't overlook small corners. The beauty of rustic living often hides in overlooked spaces. That narrow alley between walls, the side yard, the forgotten shed. Transform them into mini courtyards, reading alcoves, or secret gardens. Use cobblestone flooring, wrought iron chairs, and vintage lanterns to create an intimate ambience. As micro-gardening and small space makeovers dominate design trends, these compact rustic retreats have become the new luxury: small, private, deeply personal. The magic of rustic design lies in contrast. Hard meets soft, old meets new, wild meets refined. Pair a modern outdoor sofa with a rough-hewn coffee table. Combine steel and stone, linen and iron, glass and clay. These contrasts create visual tension and emotional warmth. In the end, rustic design is not about returning to the past, it's about grounding the present. It's a reminder that simplicity, authenticity, and nature will always be timeless. As we close this journey through rustic charm, remember this: beauty doesn't demand perfection. It lives in the chipped paint, the weathered beam, the uneven path, the imperfections that tell stories. Your outdoor space doesn't need to be grand to be meaningful. It just needs soul. Maybe you'll start with one corner, a reclaimed bench under a tree, a row of terracotta pots along the wall, or a small fountain whispering in the shade. That one touch of rustic authenticity can transform your entire mood. So next time you think of rustic charm, look beyond the kitchen. Step outside. Touch the wood, feel the stone, breathe the air. Your outdoor space is waiting to tell its story, one that only you can write. And if today's journey inspired you, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who loves design as much as you do, and subscribe for more inspiration. Tell us in the comments, what's the first hidden gem you'll uncover in your own backyard? Let's keep discovering beauty, one rustic corner at a time.